Hello and good evening. I'm Cheryl D'Souza and you're watching Goa 365. Our headlines at the hour: confusions over the formation of the third front, while NCP chief vouches for it, state unit president denies it. 2 young lives wasted away at a hospital. Are the doctors and nurses at South Goa's premier hospital humane enough? BJP to initiate Governor S.C. Jameer Hatao campaign from February. Salgaonkar Sports Club yet to win a match at the ONGC I-League. We also have movies released at the Inox today. Now for the news in detail. Even as the state administration was getting to normal after the week-long political turmoil, confusion was in the offing with the formation of a third front between the Nationalist Congress Party, Maharashtrawadi Gomantak Party and the independent MLA Health Minister Vishwajit Rane. Reacting to the statement made by MGB President Pandurang Raut over the formation of the third front, NCP State President Dr. Wilfred D'Souza said that the NCP already has an understanding with the Congress and the coalition government in the state has already reached the magical figure. Hence, the support of the MGP is irrelevant so as to govern.
The present position is that the Congress has increased from 16 to 18. They have got 18 MLAs by the merger of the SGF. They have increased by 2. Now what has happened to the coalition? Coalition from 19 has become 21. Therefore, this is a viable figure to run a government. Alright? Nobody else is needed.
They are not as relevant to this as they were earlier. That is what
no, they are not relevant at all.
Oh.
Why are they relevant? They want to support, let them support.
Further speaking to media persons, Dr. D'Souza said that there is no need to form a new front and if the NGP is interested in merging with the NCP, then they are welcome.
Where then is the need to form a new front? And what is this front all about? Now I can understand, just like the SGP, SGF merged itself into the Congress, if the MGP wants to merge itself into the NCP, they are welcome.
He also asked the MGP to support Konkani as a sole official language before deciding on the merger.
We are firmly believe, the NCP, that Konkani is the official language of Goa. Let MGP, before they talk of merger and joining us, come out straight with this one fact, that they are also strongly for Konkani as the sole official language of Goa. We also believe that a place should be given for the Roman script. Let them come forward and say, we also believe that a place should be given for the Roman script.
He also asked the MGP MLAs and Vishwajit Rane to make their stand clear on the special economic zones.
What is the view of the MGP on this? There is one MGP in whose constituency is Kerry. He said that should continue. How can this be? These are opposite views. How can you be together? You let him come out and make a statement that I don't believe in cess. Let both of them come out together and say, we don't believe in cess. Let Vishwajit Rane come out and say, I don't believe in cess. I want all cesses scrapped.
Dr. D'Souza took a dig at the PWD Minister Churchill Alamau and reminded him that the Save Goa Front was formed to save Goa from the Congress. He now quipped that it was formed to save Warka Strongman himself.
The Save Goa Front was formed last May or April, not even a year ago, to save Goa from the Congress. Now I am asking, if you were formed to save Goa from the Congress, what happened to you? Whom are you trying to save now? You can't play politics like this. So obviously this whole idea of Save Goa was nothing to do with saving Goa. It was to save individual persons or to fight individual battles.
Even as the health minister was trying to pick the ends of his portfolio after the foiled bid of toppling the government by a group led by him, 2 young lives were lost at Hospicio due to the alleged negligence of the staff.
And while the parents and guardians started raising issues like medical negligence, Medical Superintendent of Hospicio Dr. Ruando Disa did not find any amiss in the behavior of his staff and denied lack of service and facilities. In 2 incidents on the day and almost at the same time, a 8-month-old infant and a 5.5-old boy breathed their last at Hospicio. In the first case, an infant was admitted at Hospicio for more than 10 days. According to the father of the child, the staff kept on promising that the child would be referred to Goa Medical College, but never did.
11 दिन हुआ अभी आके उसकी सिस्टर को बोलता था मैं वो थोड़ा बुखार आया था मेरा बीबी लेके आया था इधर बाद में मैं आया शाम को आके उधर पूछा टीबी हुआ वो बोला टीबी हुआ बोला मैं किधर बाद में बम्बल में भेजता है बोला ठंडी हुआ बहुत निकलता है उसका.
Commenting on the death of the infant, Medical Superintendent of Hospicio, Dr. Ruando Disa, insinuated that the child was malnourished, suffering from tuberculosis, and could have died due to reactions of antibiotics.
It's a case of, most probably a case of tuberculosis of lungs. Patient was malnourished, 8 months old, with just completely emaciated. He was admitted about 10 to 15 days back, on 12 days I'm sure. And we thought it was a case of pneumonia. Then finally I think we realized it was a case of pulmonary tuberculosis, pulmonary cox. And from where we started the treatment for pulmonary cox. And there's some reaction, another reaction, the patient after this, the thing worsened and the patient died coincidentally at almost the same time where this patient, other patient of asthma also died. Like it's not that we have nothing related to lack of oxygen, nothing like that.
In the second instance, a 5.5-year-old boy was brought by his landlord Armando Barreto from Kurturi early in the morning with severe breathing difficulties. Armando had a sordid experience to tell.
When I came here along with the patient and with his family, so I gave to the doctor the case paper. So case paper, doctor just took, she dumped on the paper and on the table and she just walked off. And afterwards I thought maybe she's preparing something for the patient to admit or give oxygen, whatever it is required, necessary requirement is to be given. But nobody came for quite long time. So I asked the concerned nurse said, then she gave me the paper back and she told me to give the patient hand or her parents and tell him to sit there.
However, Dr. Disa denied any dereliction of duty on the part of his staff and also denied shortage of oxygen.
Was breathless, but patient was told to sit on the stool with the mother. And the patient, they normally take history of the patient. Once they see, the nurse saw the patient, took her to the treatment room and treatment was started. And whatever treatment was started, I think right from oxygen and everything, whatever has to be done was already started. So the patient unfortunately didn't respond to treatment.
We'll spill into a short break. Stay with us.